Matt Gorman here, and are you still not subscribed to Matt's channel? Well, if you're not, hit the subscribe button because he's giving out free picks each and every week. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
NFL Week 17 is here, guys. We just had some Christmas games, and it was a huge Christmas day for myself and clients. We'll talk about that shortly. But first, hope everyone enjoyed their holiday. I got to visit some family, friends, etc. I personally just got back from the north, as you say it, to the city just yesterday. So it's always nice to be back. We'll look at a couple games, of course, guys. Of course, I was thinking of taking today off, but hey, we're back to the grind. No days off for clients. We'll look at this week. What are we going to look at? Saturday's game. Big game Saturday for the wild card in the AFC. Denver at Cincinnati. We'll look at another big game on Sunday. Vikings versus Packers. A big one there. And then the Monday nighter, like always. Got to keep the tradition alive, guys. Lions versus 49ers. A game that should have been a big game, but it's not. We'll talk about that shortly. Systemsportscapping.com or link.me/systemcapping. Client opportunities, resumes over there, records over the years, and more. If you're listening on audio, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, please review. It'll be much appreciated. If you're listening and watching on YouTube, hello. Please like the video. It does help me out a lot. Thanks for everyone that purchased the Christmas package. There was a few of you, so appreciate that, and it was a huge day. Probably your best decision you've made all year. One of them, right? Santa came twice for myself and clients. 7-0 on the day, guys. For longer-term clients, 8-0. We did cash Ravens over 10.5 in the future market. We usually do a few bigger bets, a few parlays on Christmas. Just a little fun, right? A little fun. We hit on all of them. So it was a huge day, guys. Let's quickly go over that. I do have a pending teaser with Seattle plus 3.5. I'm doing this Thursday night, this video, so I don't know if it hit. You guys will know. We'll move to 8-0 if Seattle plus 3.5 cashes. We already had KC and Baltimore cash. Anytime TD parlays. We did Andrews, Kelsey, both tight ends on both teams, plus 628. Great price there. That hit. Hunt, Henry, running backs, get in the end zone, both of them, plus 387. We hit moneyline parlay, Chiefs, Ravens. Love both to win. Got that at plus 129. Great price there. Alternate line parlay. In Clay, I thought Steelers with a possible upset if everything went right for them. Totally wrong about that, of course. But, of course, I didn't bet them. But I thought they could maybe even keep it a little close. So we got Chiefs plus 3.5 in the alternate line parlay and Ravens minus 2.5. That was still plus 104. Good price there. Then the big Xmas parlay, I just put all bets together. Plus 7,500, guys. We changed the spreads to money line. So I did Ravens minus 5.5, Chiefs minus 2.5 with the Andrews, Kelsey, and the unders in the games. We also hit straight bet on under 47 in the Houston-Baltimore game. That got there easily. And what even got easier was maybe my easiest bet all year. Under 20.5 Houston team total, guys. Under 20.5, they scored 2 points. It really should have been 0. They got lucky with a safety. So that was probably one of my easiest bets all year long. What a day. What a day it was. Got to see the family. Like I said, gifts, exchange, great food all weekend. And then now I got a couple vacations paid off. If I decide I want to go on vacation, maybe just invest it, right? Invest it back into the company. How good did the Ravens look? Wow. And it's the defense, guys. We know they're going to score points, 25, 30, 35 points. We know that, right? There's no secret behind that. What we do love is to see the Ravens defense play like we all know they can, and they have been doing that in the last month and a half. They've been showing up, guys. After the couple changes that they made, I stress that time and time again that they continue to make changes. Darius Washington showed up big time for them last week against Mixon. Mixon was trying to get into the end zone. Big hit. Kind of saved, like, maybe, I wouldn't say the Texans were going to come back, but they allowed them not to score a touchdown because of that. So big play there. Hamilton, Humphrey, all the guys are coming together as a unit. And it's been very impressive to watch as of late. If they can continue to play this, Chiefs, I think, are going to have a tough game on their hand in the conference finals. Lamar's back in the MVP race, guys. It's very close. Allen got up to like minus 900 at one point, like 2 weeks ago. Then he had that bad game against the Pats where Drake May outplayed him. I still think Allen's going to win it. He's going to have to shit the bed in the last 2 games. I don't think he will. They may rest him too, depending on what happens. It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see here, but I think Lamar is still in it, guys. Also, shout out to Lamar for breaking the record for most rushing as a QB in NFL history. He's only 27. I don't think anyone will ever catch him, guys. Ever. Remember, he's only 27 and he just beat the record. So, this is going to be a record Lamar will hold all the way to the Hall of Fame. Chiefs, impressive performance, 15-1, home field advantage throughout. Always going to be tough to go to Arrowhead and beat them. Very impressive, Chiefs. They've been playing really well as of late. They got the weapon with Marquise Brown. They're fairly healthy. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. I'm sorry to say I'm not a Chiefs fan, but they're going to be a very tough team to beat. I wouldn't be surprised if they get back to the Super Bowl, right? Nice run here, guys. 57-31 run. That's almost 66%. Shorter term run, 11-0, guys. This is how you end the season. Guys. We just hit over the 100-unit mark as well. Longer term. Remember, smaller units for me, guys. Half unit, full unit. Best bets are 2 units. Structured system here. Helps sports bettors, newer sports bettors, veteran sports bettors. I have veteran sports bettors that bet thousands of dollars per game. They use me as a resource as well, right? So it doesn't matter. All shapes and sizes of bettors over here. Let's hear from my friend Kristen before we get into these breakdowns.
For you sports bettors out there, let's be honest, you probably need a little bit of help beating those books. System capping is a proven long-term winner against the sports betting market in multiple sports. He's built a worldwide clientele due to his high winning percentage over the years. Be sure to click the link on the bio down here to check out his profile, and you can also find out his resume, client comments, podcasts, and subscription opportunities. I'm going to be following him along too, so let's win some money together this season.
Let's get right into it. Shop around, have access to multiple sports books. Definitely important for player props the most. Spreads fairly even around the market. You'll find differences though. Totals, you'll find differences. Don't be lazy. Have funds in multiple accounts to get the best line out there. That's how you beat the books long term. Big game here, guys. Denver at Cincinnati. Cincinnati minus 3.5. Total 49. It's a Saturday game. We love Saturday games. More games on more days. Can't complain. Big game for both teams, right? For the wild card. Denver sitting nicely. A lot better than the Bengals. 9-6. Bengals need a lot of help, guys. 7-8. They left it for too late. Right, and everyone needs to lose in front of them. They definitely need to win this game, of course. Denver, four-game win streak here, just over some bad teams, right? And then the Chargers ended that 4-game win streak, scoring 34 points. The Chargers have been struggling a ton, guys, on offense. They bursted out for 34 points. Denver did keep up, scoring 27, but that's concerning for me. Gus Edwards ran the ball over them. And then 2 weeks prior to that, Cleveland scored 32 points on this Denver defense, who has been playing good at times, but I feel like when they step up and play good offenses, they struggle, right? We saw Ravens put, 38 or 40 on them? And you can't even say Chargers and Cleveland are good offenses. In comes Cincinnati Bengals, one of the best offenses in the NFL, guys. Right? Averaging 28 a game, which is 6th in the NFL. That's why I can't get to this Denver plus 3.5. I was trying to, and then I looked at this. Then I also look at Knicks on the road. Biggest game maybe of his career, you could say. I don't know. Right? You could maybe say some of his divisional games were more important. But, it's a big game to stay in the wild card race. So there's a lot of, I think, kind of going against Denver now. We know Cincinnati's defense is terrible. Don't look at that 6 points they allowed against Dorian Thompson last week. Let's not look at that. Their defense is terrible. I expect Denver and Knicks to be able to move the ball up and down the field. Sutton, run game. At Cincinnati, Rushdie looked terrible last week. So maybe Denver can get the rush in more. Get Sutton for some big plays downfield. I expect this to be high scoring. You look at that 49, it's a little scary, the 49, but I could see it getting over. Both defenses haven't been playing good football, especially as of late. So, yeah, I could see this game definitely getting over here. Right, we fraud checked Denver a month or so ago, right? When they step up in competition, they don't look great. They're beating teams they should, really, to be honest, right? And same with the Bengals, right? Terrible start, playing better as of late, 3 wins in a row. Also the same boat, beating teams they should. Dorian Thompson, Cooper Rush, on the road, Dallas, right? So they're winning these games they should. When they step up in competition, they don't. Very similar style resumes, these two teams. Couple notes here. Head-to-head, nothing to look at. 2021, last time they played these teams, don't play a lot, so we won't look at that. Bengals, 7-3 ATS, last 10 games, 6-4 record. Same with Denver. Denver, 7-3 ATS, last 10 games, 6-4 record. Interesting there. I just cannot get to Denver here due to that defense allowing 34 to the Chargers and 32 to Cleveland. Do they just turn it around now against one of the best offenses in the NFL? I'm not taking that chance. So I do think Bengals win this game. Not running to the window -3.5. I don't really like that line. You maybe find me playing Bengals more in the money line market. Now, would I be shocked if Broncos win? No. A little surprised, but I wouldn't be shocked if Denver wins. They would have to play a much, much better defensive game to hang around in this one, guys. I don't believe they just turn it around. So, give me the Bengals. I like them more in the money line market. Throw them in the teaser market. 3.5. Maybe you can change that to 3 or 2.5 in the alternate line. But I do believe Bengals win this game. Total, wouldn't be shocked if it gets over. I will have a player prop, player bet in this game for clients. Packers -1 at Vikings, total 48.5. What a game we have here, guys. What a game. No love for the Vikings around the market. And, I even myself, a lot of people out there are saying, this is maybe the worst 13-2 team. I don't know. I'm not going to disagree with that. But, hey, this Vikings team is really good. Really well coached. Really good defense. And Sam Darnold's doing what he has to do. Not turning the ball over a ton. Playing well. They have weapons. Good run game. Good pass game. So, it's time to really start believing in this Minnesota team, guys. Right? They haven't lost since October 24th. 8 games in a row they've won. Yet Green Bay's favored here on the road. Now, I gotta stress that Vikings are beating who they should. The resume, again, not great. Not one good team in there at the 8-game win streak. I do got to mention that, guys. Sorry. The best team was Seattle last week, who I'm not going to say they're a good team. I'm going to think they're an average. They're a bit above average. I would say Seattle. Not a top 10 team, maybe just outside the top 10. And then they beat Arizona in that 8-game win streak as well. We see they fell apart. Right? Not a playoff team. So no top 10 teams in there. Sure, you can say Seattle's maybe 10th. I'm not going to argue with you there. Packers also 8-2 in their last 10. 5 of the last 6 they've won. Again, similar to the Vikings, no big wins. A little better resume, though. They beat the 49ers and Houston in the last 10. Tells me a tough game to predict, right? When they step up competition, you don't really know. We saw Vikings already beat the Packers September 29th. And it was a very close game, right? What is it, 31-29 or something? So you have that revenge spot with Packers to avoid losing 2 games to the Vikings. I can't bet against the Vikings. I can't bet against them. I'm going to lean for podcast purposes, Packers -1. That's going to be the lean. Not going to make my client card, though. Like I mentioned, I do not bet against the Vikings. And I've been able to do so this year. I haven't been betting against them, even though I do think at times they're frauds, 13-2 frauds. Obviously, they're a good team, guys. I just don't think they're 13-2 good. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say here. Love in the first meeting. Impressive stats and numbers. However, they lost the game due to the 3 interceptions. Let's be honest here. 4 touchdowns, 389 yards. Looks good. But 3 interceptions. Right? That's how you beat this Minnesota team. You throw the ball on them. Throw. Second against the rush, guys, Minnesota. So I don't think Jacobs going to have a big game here. Maybe he can catch out of the backfield, but I don't see him having a huge game. You want to throw against his Vikings secondary. It's towards the bottom half of the NFL. So I expect that Love passing prop to get over. You may want to look at Love over touchdowns as well at 1.5. That could be a look in the player prop market this week. Excited for this game. Very excited for this game. Can't wait for that. And the Saturday game with Bengals and Denver. Monday night, I'm not going to say I can't wait for it, but it should be still a decent game. Now, at the beginning of the season, I would say this is one of the best games to watch, period. Right? I never would have predicted 49ers would be 6-9, and this game means nothing for them. Start of the year, this game was circled on everyone's calendar. You know, Lions need this game. This game's important for the Lions still, right? Division, playoff seeding, home field, everything. Lots of going on for the Lions here. 49ers, nothing. Maybe rest some guys, maybe some pride. They should maybe rest a couple guys for next year, to be honest, guys. Get healthy, right? That's 6-9, I got to say. It's the injuries are a big factor to it, right? When you're throwing out your third and fourth running back each week, it's tough. It's tough. Lose one of your best wide receivers early in the year. Guys in and out of the lineup. Trent Williams out for most of the year. Bosa in and out of the lineup. Goes on and on and on. Purdy not looking great, right? 17 points versus Miami. 6 versus the Rams defense, guys. Come on. Right? Come on. I just don't see them any reason to play well in this game. Lions need this game. You're getting Lions minus 3.5, total 50.5 here. I would just buy the half, maybe buy a full on the alternate line, get it to 2.5. I still think Lions are going to cover the 3.5. Let's be honest here, but I want to be a little more safe by that half, by the full point. Could 49ers show up and just play? This is the only thing I can say. Oh, let's Lions are one of the best teams. Let's show that we can hang with them. And somehow, maybe they play well, but I expect Lions to win this game. A lot more on the line for them. They'll be on my client card this week in some fashion, guys. Teaser option. Hit one on last week. It's been a nice year in the teaser market. Very nice. Remember, I do plus 120 teasers, 7.3 teams. Let's just go with the ones that we talked about already. Lions plus 3.5, Bengals plus 4. I think both teams win, so why not tease them down? I'll have one more for clients this week. Underdog options this week. It's an ugly one this week, guys. We had an ugly one last week too, lost both. But we were on a 4-0 run, 6-1 run in the underdog market. We're going to look at options this week. I only put 4. Denver, not playing it, but that's an option at least. Atlanta, nice option. Plus 170 around the market. A little intriguing there. You get Washington off a high win against Philly. Could be a little letdown spot here. Penix looked pretty good. We got Penix versus Daniels. That should be exciting. What else do we have here? 49ers I talked about. I'm going to be on the Lions. And then Titans. You got a flip of a coin game. Vikings you can kind of look at as well, right? So I'll be staying away from the underdog market myself personally for clients. For podcast purpose, we always look at something, right? We always look at something. So you can look at the Titans and Atlanta. Big underdog. Plus 170. Maybe take a shot there. That will do it, guys. That will do it. I love Saturday games. We had Wednesday games. There's a Thursday game on right now. Again, I'm doing this Thursday night. So definitely looking forward to this week, NFL week. This season flew by. Wow. It has flown by. Please like the video, guys. Like the video if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Please review as well. Like I always say, guys, bet smart and know your limits. Enjoy this card.